there are certain loopholes in government that is going to close, and it's closing that simply to help the common Abians. I see Ikechi Emenike as a man that is coming to work with the commoners. What is he not able to mobilize, the aspirations and the agitations of the commoners and addressing it adequately for them? And that is what it is. He's the one that's going to go with the commoners and the develop Abia, give them their desired aspiration. The youths would be in the right place of history, so that by the time they are taking over in their own generation, they will see that. But the ordinary practicing politician in Abia State will not quite experience anchoring the things of governance. Abia State is not part of the states to be counted today in Abia, in Nigeria. They failed. Abia is in sorry state, and to watch the whole thing, those that have the handlers of those things today are walking freely on the streets of Abia, watching Abians suffer without development in terms of infrastructure, watching Abians suffer without development in terms of human resources. For instance, look at Abia schools. Look at this is the only state that don't have a standard hospital. Somebody cannot be sick and be rescued in Abia State. Look at where your government house is situated. People are putting barriers all over the street in order to secure a rented house as a government house. Where is the new capital city? How many years have Abia been developed? Abia is full of ineptitude, people that are unprepared, people that are not prepared to govern. There is no even. That's why, if you look at it, Ikechi Emenike's mantra is to rescue, because Abia has been hijacked. Abia has been hijacked by some people, non-developmental minds, not bright minds. They've hijacked Abia and have kept it in their custody over these years, and that's what brought that acronym of rescue, because you have to first rescue Abia from the hands that it is today, and before you can develop Abia. If you don't rescue it, it will be impossible for Abia to be developed. So the government and the governance of Abia State in the last years is not something one should actually be happy about. Abia has actually been in sorry state, and that is why there is urgent need for Abia to be rescued.
If that's the case, Honorable Atuma, what is your party, if actually gets elected, talking about your party now, or the candidate, High Chief Ikechi Emenike, what would your party be bringing on board, looking at what you have given as the state of governance in Abia State?
High Chief Ikechi Emenike, as the candidate of this party, is quite prepared. And if you go by what is going on today, you will realize that he is the only one who has a cut-out agenda in terms of manifesto. And I've also, in various fora, in various meetings, told Abians that he wants to be held accountable by his manifesto. Ikechi Emenike have symmetrically outlined sectorially what will be brought from 29th of May, from agricultural sector, from educational sector, from industrial, commercial sector, all the industrial hubs, even reducing it all the way to power sector. As much as power is a constitutional matter that has to do with exclusive list, but Ikechi Emenike, in his wisdom, have said the way he's going to work in a symbiotic manner with the federal government, even bringing the investors on a catchment of Abia that will bring power in Abia State to stabilize power, because without power there will not be any industrial revolution. He is the one that have outlined what it will be, what the pension program will be, even planning a pension program for artisans who may not have been able to contribute to pension scheme. He has outlined that by creating a data, because no government can be effective without taking an actual census of his people, of our people, and then getting it on board, taking those census of those there's some people, like he said, and I quote him, who are retired, who live in the village without even access to 1,000 naira. So assuming that he has a program that will bring them 10,000 naira every month as a stipend that will be paid them as artisans that are retired, but still Abians, that could buy them at least their malaria tablets. They can be assured of it. The woman that sells akara by the corner, they can be sure of buying an akara, and those local economy will also be revolving by itself by having the presence of those of them around there. He has clearly outlined, how his programs will be, and he has also said that his program will act as a social contract between himself and the Abians when elected. No person at no time since 1999 who intends to govern Abia that have come up with such a program and presented it to Abians for acceptance. And I believe, like I said in the introductory part, the only way to assess a man integrity is to assess how well that he's able to keep agreement. And I believe that Ikechi Emenike keeps the agreement.
Whenever Abia State is being mentioned in the scheme of things, people will tilt attention to the commercial aspects of Abia State, how good Abia State is when it comes to commerce and what have you. One want to know at this point, because Abians would want to give attention to that also. Even those who come from other states to trade in Abia State, are there action plans talking about the commercial hub of Abia the commercial hub of Abia State by your candidate?
Yeah, commercial Aba is not a commercial hub of Abia State. Aba used to be a commercial hub for West Africa and beyond. From Aba, people, the international people, Aba is an international trading center. You do know at some point that even there were consulate offices in Aba? Do you know at some point Taiwan then brought a consulate office in Aba to be close to Aba Chamber of Commerce? People were living and getting their visa, their clearance even to Hong Kong from Aba, when Aba was the hub, the trading hub of the eastern Nigeria that extended even all the way to West African coast, all the way to Cameroon. Traders from Cameroon come to Aba. Traders from Gabon come to Aba to buy what they need to trade in those various countries. And then all of a sudden we saw a mass migration of Aba that used to be, even the days of Mbakwe developmental plan. Aba, as part of then Imo State, was outlined as an industrial hub. Most of the industries in Aba today have turned to churches. The church halls, those industries that you see, you talk about Star Paper Mill, you talk about Mark Merchandise, all those people, Mark Tamacom Brandy, all those people that you're seeing where Aba was a production state. Most of them, even the shoemakers, most of them are now Okada riders and Keke riders in the Abia. Their places of production have been left to dilapidate to the area that even animal cannot live there, not even to talk about human beings. That is the area that High Chief Ikechi Emenike, we are looking as a party, we are looking as a person to revigorate Aba, to rejuvenate Aba, to become that which Aba was in the past, and then serve to the world. They used to, yes, formerly you see that they will make they will say Aba made. Where you go, Aba made. Aba will make a right made in China. Where is Aba today? Have we been able to develop the city? Even Aba, is there any conducive? Government primary duty is to create a conducive environment, whereas people will now be there to invest. Have we been able to say, can we boldly beat our chest today to say Aba is a state, is still on the state where people could come and invest, where people can stay and really produce, raise their families, have good schools, good hospitals. This is primary responsibility of government. Have any government today? Rather, the government is, they've been busy, doing personal acquisition of properties, rather than develop new areas. Aba should have been a city that would have gone beyond Gugunabo. That should have been joining Port Harcourt by now. But we've left Aba to do it already. These are part of the program. And I think even when Aba has been handed over to successive government of the past, they've not been able to adequately.
And your party is ready to fix all those issues.
My party is prepared, joining hands. If you look at if you look at what the investment of the state government is, it is even more when the state is linked with the government that will be at the national level, because the funds of the national is far more bigger to that of the state. And when Abians will link, Ahmed Bola Tinubu will be president.
All right,
and then we have a governor that is of the APC extraction. I can assure you that Abia will see things that are different well and above the 3 senatorial district. There will be development, there will be stability, there will be human resources, youth development, youth empowerment. Women will also enjoy that they are in a government that is very visionary in the state and also linked with that of the national.
It's been the special edition of the platform, the pinnacle of all discussions on Flow 94.9 FM, the Flow of God's own state. And this morning we have been speaking with a former House of Representatives member, Ikwano Humaya, Federal Constituency at the 5th National Assembly, Right Honorable Emeka Atuma. We'll go on a very short break. When we return, of course, he has been speaking concerning or looking at the chances of his candidate, High Chief Ikechi Emenike, the governorship candidate of All Progressives Congress in Abia State, clinching the #1 seat in Abia State. We'll get to know more about his chances, possibilities of him emerging at the end of the day as the governor of Abia State, if only elected by you. Please stay with us. This is the platform. Good to have you back to the special edition of the platform, the pinnacle of all discussions. This morning we have been looking at the possibilities of the All Progressives Congress clinching the #1 position in Abia State come 18th of March 2023. I still have in the studio Right Honorable Emeka Atuma. Welcome again to the program, Honorable.
Thank you so much.
All right, you've talked about the commercial aspects of Abia. I believe there are other things that your candidate will still give critical attention to if he gets elected as the governor. You talked about education, though you did not elaborate on it, talking about the state of education in Abia State. Quickly, let us dwell on that. Also, agriculture, before we move down to political party intrigues, that would kind of give him the chance of becoming a governor.
Okay. Like I mentioned the education to you, if you I don't know how old you are now, but however, if you assess our educational system of today, you realize that it's so deteriorated that to the point that no child that attends public schools anymore is regarded as a child that have gone to school. There are no teachers. You see them, there are no organizations. But when we were young ourselves, every person went to public school. The child of the rich, the wealthy, and the child of the commoner sits in the same classroom, and they have the same kind of education. They have one teacher that will educate them, and that they will be the best all the way to compete, even those that will go to the Western nation. But today we don't have such thing anymore. We don't have High Chief Ikechi Emenike. If you go through his vision, he's trying to bring back public school to be more standardized than that of the private school, because it does appear that this education has become a thing for the rich, that the poor masses, or I don't like calling that thing poor, I'm talking about the masses themselves, who are not able to have such funds to pay for public schools. The private schools do not have access to quality education. So Ikechi Emenike's agenda in producing quality education is going back to revamp, revigorate, and re-establish the public schools the way they used to be, where the teachers will live inside the school. Every person lives inside the school, and then coordinate, just like what you see in most of the private justice colleges today. From the principal to everybody still accommodated in the school, where they not only educationally raising the children that are there, they are also giving them character that they will use in coming to the public space. He's also planning to build a teachers training college, a federal teachers training college that will be within the the 3 territorial zone, where teachers will be properly trained, given the skill of transfer of knowledge. Because there's a skill that you are to use to transfer basic knowledge to people. So those skills will be given to them. They will be prepared and posted to the schools where they have to impact knowledge to the life of Abians. As a matter of fact, if you go by the agenda, like what he's trying to do, himself is an educationist. He's a teacher. So, and he knows what it means to prepare people for the next generation. That's what leadership is. Are we doing our best with the state of Abia today? We are not preparing any people that are going to anchor the affairs of Abia in the next generation, because our educational system is quite in a deplorable state. It's not something that we can proudly look at today. Okay, I'll give you an example. If you know what Government College Umuahia is, there's a biology book. A biology book is called Stone and Cousin. That biology book is used in the higher school between the senior secondary school. But Stone and Cousin biology book was actually written in Umudike. In Government College Umuahia, Stone and Cousin were teachers in Government College Umuahia. And then they were biology teachers. That was where most of their researches were done. And they came up with that book that is trending the whole world, the biology book written by Stone and Cousin. They were 2 lecturers. They were 2 teachers in Government College. So if a higher school teacher was able to prepare such a work in Government College Umuahia, and they were also teaching the people as students then, what do you think about those students? That was why Government College produced the best mind, the brightest minds within Nigerian nation, and they come from all far and near to go to school there. But the school was left. Even when a governor claimed to have attended the school, there was one governor that said that he went to Government College Umuahia and was still governing Abia State and saw Government College in a deplorable state. Would you consider that governor as someone that is very mindful of education, or wants to transfer knowledge, or want to build a state where capacities will be built in the state that he has governed? No. Government College was left. The only way they are revamping Government College is the old boys came and took over Government College. He said what should be the function from government is being coming by the individual effort. Old boys are now the one that rebuilt Government College, and now recruiting teachers, wants to bring the standard teachers.
So your party and your candidate are set to handle all these issues?
My party, my candidate is someone that is indebted to education. He is someone that is indebted to wanting to see capacities being built. He is going to go back. One of the agendas: get the public schools, get the teachers, build teachers training centers to bring quality teachers to teach a quality education.
All right, Honorable. Looking at what plays out, or most of the things that play out in political parties, talking about agreement, disagreement, and what have you. Your party in Abia State, we want to look at this point, the chances of your candidate emerging at the end of the day. Does your candidate have the full support of the party leaders in Abia State?
Yes, my candidate have the full support. We are part of the party leadership, and any All Progressive Congress member of All I'm not talking about a member, an assumed member, or maybe an ambivalent member.
And does your party have assumed members?
No, some people might assume to be members.
Okay.
And then, of course, which is not known to us, because some people might be claiming that they are members, and by the time you hear their views, they are different. But a party member that is a member of APC knows that after due assessment of High Chief Ikechi Emenike, we all also assessed him considerably, and before his emergence, all party leaders are behind him, and they are seeing him to victory. We're not talking about people that probably the assumed party members that are perfidious or perhaps ambivalent. So we are not looking at them. We're looking at the real party men, and of which I'm part of. We will support Ikechi Emenike to victory, and I know that Abia, he enjoys a measurable support from Abians too. Abians that are within the hinterlands, seeking for change, have actually identified High Chief Ikechi Emenike as a lamp without a stain.
So
that will bring governance to them.
From the angle of your party, it does not have a hindrance.
No.
It's against his emergence on 18th of March 2020.
No, there's no hindrance. He has a free flow of emergence from my party, with the full support of my party, from national to the state. We all are supporting him, and we believe that he's going to emerge victorious. That's the man that Abia needs at this moment. At any time in life, God has a way of bringing a man that will savage a nation, and I believe that he's the one that man is the man that Abia needs at the moment, with clean up the rot. He's going to do his best. Not that he's going to clean up the complete rot. Someone else again that will be actually mentored and then prepared for what he has done will take over, and then you see successive leaders, emerging, the brightest of minds of Abians. From this whole thing, Abia will come to a rightful place.
All right, I believe at this point we'll open our phone lines for we to entertain questions and comments. We have been speaking with Right Honorable Emeka Atuma on the chances of the All Progressives Congress emerging winner come 18th of March 2023, this week Saturday. The numbers are 0808-182-6949, 0811-605-2949. You can as well go to our Facebook page and put down your comments. Of course, we'll pick it up from there. Please your name, location, and go straight to the point. Welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Ikechi Emenike. You have told them that the power is going to do in one of days. Yes, we are all grateful. If you want to tell your principle, but Abia needs somebody that will unite Abia the more. Because you don't need where that. Look at what is going on in your party. I believe the thought should have been one voice instead of the other one. Another one, I'm saying this weekend another one. But I believe that the credibility of the candidate and the validity of the candidate will give him a victory. Abian has been a peaceful state, and we need a peaceful leader that will unite Abia the more. That's the prayer of the Abians.
All right.
Coming Saturday, we need a good leader. Somebody like even in the US, we will do better. Thank you and God bless you.
All right, thank you very much. That's your opinion. Welcome. Good morning. Right, we lost that call. 0808-182-6949, 0811-605-2949. Good morning and welcome.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, right from Emeka Atuma.
Good morning.
My name is Obin. I'm calling you from here, almost word.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to say that the High Chief Ikechi Emenike is the man that God has sent a big friend and develop Abia from the shackles of unemployment, underdevelopment, and what have you. And we want to urge all Abians to come out and march on the 18th and vote for our leader, High Chief. Thank you and God bless.
All right, thank you very much, Obina. 0808-182-6949. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning, Mr. Moses.
Good morning.
Good morning, your guest.
Morning.
Evangelist Ken, calling from Umuahia.
All right.
By 19th of this month, next week, the news must have gone round. All the contestants, only one man will be choosing. The rest will go and rest. Why am I saying this? Since for the past 24 years, Abians have been suffering. It's only one man that has raised his voice to condemn what government is doing that is wrong among all of them. Let us, the Abians, did our PVC. All that they have said how they develop Abia is good. But there's only one that says, by December 31st, we will pay all the salaries, all the pensions, and let Abians watch and vote the right candidate. God bless you.
All right. What's your name, please?
Ken, only from Umuahia.
All right, Ken. Good morning and welcome.
Hello, Mr. Moses. Good morning.
Good morning.
The right honorable and distinguished honorable Emeka Atuma. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
My name is Ikechi. I'm calling from the Ude Oseme. Not. See, honorable, In fact, by life would have been senator-elect. That is the truth, because your structure alone has just challenged, has brought a quota for that wave to have passed. But that is that way. Now, talking about high Ikechi Emenike, I know that Ikechi Emenike is the only one that has the capacity, the instructiveness to change this distance away, because many people have tried it in the past. They couldn't defend their vote. Yes, it's not Emenike that you vote for and somebody will come and take his vote. No, he is very credible, very humble. Go closer to Emenike, and I tell you, that is the man out there needs at this point in time. He is our motive, and I tell you, all these Egyptians we see today in Abia, we are not going to see them no more. Let us vote high Ikechi Emenike. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.
Thank you for your contribution. That's your opinion also. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning, Mr. Moses.
Your name and location, please.
Good morning, Honorable Emeka Atuma. Good morning, sir.
Good morning so much.
I remember Mr. Prince Wileshabu from Honorable. Please, Honorable Moses and Honorable Atuma in the House, I would like to ask the simple question. My question is this: Honorable Atuma, the wind that blew off the senatorial candidate of your party in Abia last 2 weeks, what effort is your party making to ensure that wind, that particular tsunami from Labour will not repeat itself come Saturday? That's my thing. May God bless you.
All right, thank you very much for your contribution. Keep the calls coming as we are still taking your calls at this point. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning.
Your name and location, please.
Yes, my name is Miracle. I'm a resident in Abia State, but I'm currently in Imo State.
All right.
Yes, I want to react to what your guest in the studio is saying. He says he's supporting their candidate. You know, I will never vote for APC because currently in my home, NLC has embarked on a 7 days strike and even planning to embark on an indefinite strike, and people are actually suffering. I think I can never vote for a party that dealt with the populace. Looking at that, I think a credible candidate should not join that type of group of persons.
All right, that's your opinion, and you are entitled to your opinion. Thank you for calling in this morning. We appreciate your effort in calling. 0808-182-6949. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning, Mr.
Your name and location, please.
I want to tell this everybody that
What's your name and location? All right, we lost that particular call. Honorable, your reactions to most of the questions.
Yeah, thank you very much, Moses. It's quite interesting. The first caller actually mentioned about having a peaceful and non-belligerent candidate, assessing, my party. From his sounding, not even making it so open. My brother, well, I know you're listening to me. In politics is about who gets what. So when interests are being mobilized, people will agitate. You will agree to disagree. You will disagree to agree. So you can't possibly be assessing High Chief Ikechi Emenike as a troublesome person, saying that Abia needs peace. Where is peace when the people are hungry? Where is peace when people are being trampled upon? Where is peace where there is no developmental stride? Where is peace where there is no human capital development? I'm shocked, to hear from someone talking about peace in Abia. They want peace in Abia, and then mentioning a name of a candidate of a party. How prepared is that candidate to be governor? Is he an anointed candidate, or a man who raised up his hand that he wants to be governor? Where did he prepare for governance? Where? See, let's not keep making the same mistake, because if we keep doing the same thing the same way, we can't expect a different result. Same result that Abians are talking about today. Same result of non-payment of salaries. Same result of non-payment of pension. Same result of people not having an a quality healthcare services. Same result of not having good infrastructural development, not even schools or new cities. We saw that's what we obtained from the name you just mentioned. But however, you hold up to your opinion. Ikechi Emenike is not a belligerent man, and I've never been. He's a peaceful man, a man that got his own thing and moves, and I've never taken from any. So I think you should adjourn him as a very great man.
All right, messages rather on our Facebook page. This one is coming from Chimaobi Eze. Hi, Chief Ikechi Emenike is God sent to Ndiabia. What we youth need now is supporting his mission to the rescue and development of Abia State. Mwakocha Prince, a great move. Abia needs to be rescued and developed. High Chief Ikechi Emenike is the only credible candidate to fix Abia State, the only man that can defend our votes. All right, thank you very much. Honorable Emeka Atuma, your parting words as we leave the studio at this point.
Thank you so much. Abians, I thank you all for listening to me, and but I would love to say something, and that is, we Abians must at this time select a man who have the character to move Abia to where it should be. We are no longer talking about someone called and said that APC, beyond a party platform, which is meeting of the constitutional requirement to contest election, we should look inwards, more deep, in assessing a man's character and characteristics. I join you to say that Ikechi Emenike is the best product candidate for Abia for 2023. I would want you people to do the assessment and agree what I have asserted and vote him on Saturday, the 18th of March, to become the governor of Abia in order to rescue and develop Abia. With this short remark of mine, I thank you all for listening to us, and I thank you and I wish you well going forward, Abians. Thank you.
All right, on this special edition of the platform, we have been speaking with a former House of Representatives member who represented Ikwano Umuahia Federal Constituency at the 5th National Assembly, precisely between 2003 and 2007. He's also a lawyer and environmentalist. Right Honorable Emeka Atuma, thank you for coming to the program this morning.
Thank you so much, Moses.
All right, keep it logged as the next program, the platform, still comes up this morning. My name is Moses Ben. Good morning.